Hi everyone, welcome to another How Far Can I Get on 1 Credit. Today I thought I'd play the New Zealand story. It's a great little maze game. Never really got to play this in the arcade back in the day. Came out in 1988. I've had the pleasure of playing it at Arcade Club in Bury. They've got quite a few decent games there, but it is a different version of this game. So there are two versions. I've got the World New version, and whenever I've searched for other different versions, I've always come across this one, no matter what it is. So if anyone knows where I can get, or which one is the different version, then please let me know. It's not that much different, it's just got a few different levels. Levels are in a different order and some levels are different colour, but it does make quite, well, a bit of a difference to the game anyway. So it's nice to have both versions. So let's crack on. So there's many secrets in this game, mainly warps, and they take you to either later levels in the game or to hidden areas or areas you couldn't otherwise reach. So there's quite a lot of them. Let's get into it. So I tend to only use the warps to get to parts that I can't otherwise reach, which just gives me a few extra points. That way it's a case of how far can I go, rather than just running through quickly and getting to the end, which isn't the same for me. This is one of the first games where you can actually run into the enemy and they won't kill you. There's a first warp. Warps are activated by shooting into the areas where they are. So if you don't know where they are, you've literally got to search for them. So this is a secret area. This area here I can't get to at the moment, but I will get to it later on in the game through another warp. And then coming out of this just takes me to an area I couldn't otherwise reach from the first level. Just gives me a few extra points. And it's just brought me out above where I was originally. So I was down in this area here. Again, you can shoot the enemies and you can nick their platforms, which enables you to reach other areas. Or you can just use one that's already lying around. Doesn't matter. But it's just something about this game is just completely different to any other game I've ever played, which is what makes it fun. The little map in the bottom here tells you where you are and shows you where the exit is, but you've got to work out how to get there. So these little things that look like foxes, because they're spiky, they will actually kill you if you touch them. So anything with spikes in this game kills you, so these spikes below will also kill me. Other than that, you're pretty safe. So there's another secret warp right here, but I won't use it because that will take me to a later level. I may come back and have another go in a minute just to see how far I can get through using the warps. Just means you have a shorter game probably and get just as far. You'll notice you can jump through all the platforms. The only thing you can't do is drop through a platform. So that's how you get higher, but the enemies generally can't jump through platforms. And that's a little bit silly, but never mind. So you can use these to get to other areas you couldn't normally reach. But you still have to be careful. Easy to run into spikes. Of course you can actually shoot their little platforms as well, which you want to avoid if you need to use them. Different enemies fire in different ways, so it's just a case of learning which way they fire. So these ones below will fire up, so I'm safe by their side. Collect the little extend letters to get a free life, like many of these games. And again, avoid the spikes, so it's a perfect fit through there. So it looks easy, but it's amazing how difficult it actually gets. Now these things are a little tricky. You need to wait here, otherwise you'll drop down straight on top of them. I avoid this thing because it makes me go faster and I just find it harder to control. But you can take them if you want. In the water you've got a little air gauge at the bottom here. If the air runs out you die obviously. And there's a warp coming up. I'm right at the end of the level, but I just use this warp to get out of the level without having to go to the end. This takes me to a secret room. Now there is a warp in this room, it's right here, but again I'm not going to use it. If you were going to use it, I always advise coming around here first, because you've got some extend letters. So you can go and collect your extend letters, just like that. And then you can go back to the top by jumping through the platform here, but I am going to just get out and go to the end. All it does is take me to the next level. Right, so we should be getting a free life in a second. This is the last of my letters. There it goes. And guess what? There's the first of the next letters. Now this level is actually on the other version. It's exactly the same, bar the fact it's in a different colour. So free lives are earned by collecting the extend letters, but also by getting up to certain scores. Oh, and there is a time limit. Although you can't see it, it will just tell you to hurry up. So the end of level boss coming up. You can't do anything with him here apart from just avoid the snowflakes, don't let them kill you, because they will. And you should have to let him eat you first, which sounds a bit dumb, but yeah. Let him eat you and then just fire at his side, but you've got to avoid the droplets. And he's a goner. So it does start getting a lot more difficult now. The little joystick there, when I get a platform, means I don't have to hold a button down to control it. I can actually just use the joystick to control it. There are certain things that you'll just find to your advantage on here, and some things you might find to your disadvantage. Just a case of playing with it. I hate this weapon because you can only have 2 on screen at a time, although it is quite powerful. and if I get this little arrow, it resets all your weapons. Now there is a way of actually going back to a level that you've already done, so you can effectively go around in circles. I've seen it done, but I can't actually do it myself. So if I take one of these platforms with me to here, what I need to do is change my weapon. The only way you can do it is by firing at these things until the weapon you want comes out. But I always find that my platform gets destroyed before I get there. Or I destroy it. One of the two. But you do need to kill this thing. Or it just disappears like that, so I can't get it now. So I have no idea how to do it. Anyone got any tips on that, let me know. But you can get into that area there where there is a warp that takes you back. There's also another warp there that if you use a platform you can get to it. Now these balloons are really heavy, so they are hard to control and they're very slow, so I don't like having them because they leave you a little bit exposed. So I do try and get rid of it and swap it for another if I can. If I can't, then it's just tough. Sometimes you do need to watch out because those windows will open twice, and if you're not careful, you do get caught out. I've just destroyed the platform I wanted, but never mind. Which means I'm a bit exposed now, like that. Now it's just a case of avoiding the foxes. So there's a warp that takes you to that point there. So here, spikes everywhere, so you just jump to the wall and let yourself drop. Just don't touch the joystick or you will die. The balloons and stars will explode and kill everything in its sight, so they're quite useful. I think I get a free life at 150,000, so there should be one coming up. Right. So that's 2 free lives coming up because I'm about to get the E, I think. The little clock freezes everything. There's the E I need for a free life. There it goes. And I've just hit the 150,000 as well, so I get another one. There is also a warp here, which avoids a lot of this level. And here is that little section I was in earlier. As you can see, I was there, and now I'm in this little bit. And all this does is get me a few extra letters. So that's quite useful, but be careful, because the spikes will get you. And this just takes me to the top of the level. This is a bit tricky to get out of. You need to get a platform. whilst avoiding being shot at. I won't bother going for those because I'll no doubt get killed by the spikes, just like that. Didn't mean to do that. This is where it can be a little bit tricky. The idea is to fall down but not drop to the spikes. Right, you have to avoid this thing because it don't collect the pieces because that thing will grab you. So you can use little air pockets here because I'm about to run out of air. So the final level of this stage, and this is one where I avoid the boss, just makes it easier. You can use a walk to avoid the boss, but this bit can be a bit tricky sometimes. Because every time you play it, these darts fire at you in different orders and different speeds. So I suppose it's one good thing about this game, because you never really know what you're going to get. Collect that. I don't want to go faster. Again, many routes to get around this one. I tend to use this one. Don't drop straight down because there are spikes. Right, so the boss is to the left where the arrow is. But I'm going to go right, which takes me to a secret warp. Takes me to another secret area which just avoids the boss and takes me to the next level. Whilst also getting me a couple of more extend letters. There's the first, and the second should be over here. Probably find that I can't get up. I need to be on top of the balloon, not below it. And the warp only opens up once you've killed everything in the secret level. So as you can see, I'm on 3-1 now, and I was on 2-4, so all I've done is avoid the boss. And this bit usually gets me because I need a platform, and that's where they get me. I might get a bit lucky. There we go. Lucky. And there's a flying thing with spikes on it, so he will kill me if he touches me. And he's about to appear, or maybe not. I've avoided him. That makes a change. There he is. And this does get a bit tricky because there's quite a few things flying around, firing at you. And you do have to avoid them, like this. You know, there's spikes here, so I've got to be really careful. And made it. Now, there's lots of ways of going down here. I find the end one is the best because there's an extend letter. Oh, I did need that, so I've got another 3 life somewhere. I obviously collected all the letters. So there's 2 letters. And it can be tricky getting up here. Because you've got to avoid the spike. And not bounce into it. And you've got to avoid these spikes. I think from here I can let go of the platform. Yeah, we'll get rid of the platform. Just drop. Now I do need another platform, but now I've got the bomb. It does make it a little bit tricky. Now you do have to wait for them to appear, or if you move around, because I think they're around here somewhere. Otherwise you're literally trapped here. Here they come. And I should not have gone into him. As I say, the spiked ones are ones that kill you. So it does tell you the direction to go in sometimes. So it says up, so that's where I'm going, up. Avoid those spiked foxes. They won't shoot at me, but they are going to kill me. Those ones will shoot at me. You can go either way here, up or down, whichever way is easiest. Both can be tricky. Almost run into the spikes. The route from here is actually to the top. If you went down earlier, you would come out below. I don't really want this platform because it's slow and I don't want to be fired at. Now although it says left and up, sometimes it can actually trick you. You actually do want to go up. I think I tend to lose the platform here because otherwise I go into the spikes. Now I want to get in there, but you just can't unless you've got a platform. So it is a case of stealing one. And I've got the joystick, which means I can just go, I can use the joystick to control it rather than holding a button. And I get some more extend letters. And I'm sure something's going to come at me in a minute. This is just too easy to be getting away scot-free. Maybe not. That was a little bit too close. good to have that above you because those things will always throw down at you. Just as you think you're getting to the end. Grab a balloon if we can. Okay, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Now realising I need another platform. Exit should be just above me. Oh, there we go. Not sure I've actually ever passed this stage. This could be interesting. I thought that would happen. Perhaps that's why I've never got past this stage. Too close. I realise I'm actually closing in on my high score. There it is, high score. Do I want to go left? Do I want to go right, sorry, or down? I don't know if I can go either way. Avoid that. What a wally. Let's try and go down and see where we go. Oh, okay, so we've got to avoid that. We'll avoid this spike and we'll come up this way. I need a platform. There it is. Or do I take that one? It says I need to go left, so that's where I will aim. Am I going to need some air? I think yes. That's where the boss is clearly. Now which way? Got to be this way, surely. No, I don't want to be doing that. I want to be getting this. That was never going to be good. Well, there we go. How far can I get on 1 credit? That wasn't too bad, beating my high score. So I'm not going to continue the game. What I'll do, I'll have one more game, but I'll just hit some of the warp points that jump me through. So let's just get these out of the way quickly. So you can get a free life quite quickly. So you use this first warp point, instead of going right, which is where we went last time, I'm going to go to the left one, which just takes me now to the bottom of the first level that you can't normally reach, which gives me another extend letter, but less points. So you've got to go to the far right, jump up, and there we go, 2 more letters, and we're at the end. So the first warp, as I mentioned in the last game, is just over here on the right, which you'll see immediately takes me to stage 2 part 1, which is where I wanted to get before, because there is another warp which now takes me back to 1 part 4. So you can go round in circles. Need a bit of air. Now I'm actually at the end of level boss, but we're going to avoid him completely. And already free life. Just watching out for a few more of these foxes that will kill me. So if I went up, I'd actually get to the end of level boss and just carry on as I did before, or I can go up there. But if you go this way, you'll just walk into another warp, which then, as you can see, will take you to round 2 part 4. So already we're skipping straight through the game. You may recognise this, and this is going to be tricky. But we got out of it. So I was here on the last game, but it took me a lot longer to get here. I'll use the same route to get round. Remember to jump here. And then we'll use the warp again to avoid the boss. So boss is to the left, I'm going to the right. I need to be on top of it. So already it's round 3, part 1. So I want to risk that? No, probably not. So we've got to be careful. What happens when you try and fly too much. I'm not sure of where any other warp points are. So this may be just going to get as far as I can get again. More than likely is. There could be some warp points if I allowed myself to drop. I didn't wait. Too eager. Tried another way of getting past him, but it failed. Too eager again, which is why sometimes I leave the platforms behind. They can actually hinder you rather than help. Let's see if there's any warp points around. If anyone knows of any warp points around this area, let me know. Get up there, no. So I know I've got to get there, I've got to avoid this damn spike. That's what I should have done the first time round. I didn't want to do that. Oh, I still can't make it. But we're going to heaven. Sometimes you go to heaven, which gives you a little bit of a chance to get a few more points. So watch for these bats, because they will kill you from above. And that will kill you as well. There we go, the New Zealand story. Hope you've enjoyed and thanks for watching.